11. John Rabe, along with the Reverend John McGee, another member of the International Committee, was making a tour of the city. Han was at the wheel of Rabe's car. After leaving the International Committee headquarters on Linhai Road, the car turned onto Shanxi Road, then Sun Yat-sen Boulevard, moving cautiously. Rabe caught sight of McGee filming the scenes along the street with his Bolex H16mm movie camera, half hidden in his winter coat. Only a few short minutes later, they saw a phalanx of 100 or so Japanese troops advancing along the street towards them. Behind this first group of troops was an even larger detachment of at least 300 to 400 soldiers shuffling down the street in the distance. Rabe remained nonplussed as the car was stopped and surrounded instantly. He expected this. A junior officer barked something in Japanese first, and then in what Rabe could call pidgin Chinese and could only half understand. Rabe exited the car and said to the officer in Chinese, 外国人, he shouted, pointing at himself and the others in the car emphatically. 外国人不是中国人, foreigners, not Chinese. The officer barked again, gesturing now that he wanted everybody to get out of the car. Desperate, Rabe pulled out the swastika armband from his overcoat pocket and flashed it excitedly. The officer's hardened face relaxed. His gesture to the soldiers standing by to back away from the car and called out something toward a large detachment of troops that had already drawn closer. At the head of the long detachment were a few officers on horseback. One of them, middle-aged and wearing a pair of gold-rimmed glasses, dismounted, strode up to Rabe, and greeted him in German. Ich bin Army Doctor, gestured in Hamburg. Ich liebe Bach and Beethoven. Me, Army Doctor, trained in Hamburg. I love Bach and Beethoven. Hamburg is mein Heimatstadt, replied Rabe. Hamburg is my hometown. It's an schöne Stadt. It's a beautiful city. Rabe explained that they were on their way to meet the highest commandant of the Japanese army to deliver a letter. Noch we talk, vielleicht, the army doctor said amiably. 2 more days, perhaps. The army doctor gave Rabe a cursory bow. While the Japanese column went on its way, Rabe got back into the car. He told Han to turn into a side street. Hurry, we've got to beat them. Car raced through the streets. Rabe encountered several large groups of Chinese soldiers, and each time they stopped and Rabe, through the window, tried to convince them to lay down their guns. It would be suicide, he told them, to keep fighting against a larger, better equipped and fast advancing army. Rabe told the soldiers to go to the Foreign Affairs Ministry and the Supreme Court, where he thought they would be safe.